Hi, everybody. It's good to see everybody again. Wasn't expecting it to, uh, my return to be continuing right where we left off, but I'm happy to be working on this art again. Either way. I'm sorry. And I've been exhausted the last couple days. I worked a few night shifts last couple days, and and I get out at midnight, so that means I have to, uh, you know, drive an hour back, which means I get home like at 1, which honestly isn't too bad for me. It's more so the commute. If anything, when I had my morning shift today, it was actually kind of worrying because I was struggling to keep my eyes open. I don't know, maybe I should bring that up to my boss and say that maybe I might need to work one less day. I don't know. It's okay though. What matters is that I'm here now, and we are working on the art some more. We have everything we need. We have hydration, we have snacks, we have art, and more importantly, I have you all here with me. Actually, if there was one thing I could fix, it would probably be not that. This one. Yeah. I turn on the show and scene folder. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So we have this one, and what I'm gonna do just real quick is I'm going to try and I actually like grabbed my blanket and like looked in a mirror as I was holding it, and also I'm sorry, is the music a little too loud? Should I lower it a little bit? I feel like I should lower it just a little bit, at least to there. Okay. But as I was saying, I looked at, you know, wait, is this the, oh, yeah, it's gonna be here. So I looked in, I didn't have a flag, but I had a blanket, like a throw, not a throw pillow, but a throw blanket. And so that's what I did is I held it, in my hands, and the sorry, I guess maybe I'm a little bit more tired than I thought I was, but yes, so instead of having it being so far out here, like this, the flag, or the cloth, I should say, blanket, flag, whatever, it sort of just falls down. So, not completely straight, but more like this. Let me tidy up a little bit. Still have that, rough shape. And then how it works here is the drooping part, I guess you could say, will kind of meet up there. Yeah. Maybe a bit more like this. Yeah. I don't know. Something about it just still seems flat. Hmm. I guess because here. Yeah, okay. That makes it. There we go. But. Then this makes that look weird. Uh huh. Okay, okay. This isn't rocket science. I can do this. It's just. It's just a. Trying to make a 2D thing look 3D. So let's. Keep that there. Okay. Alright. How does that look, guys? I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Hmm. So if I want to do. Let's see. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. And maybe I can oh, have the pen, have the stylus upside down. Okay. I think that that is pretty decent. There we go. Drink some soda. Okay. So I honestly think that that is a good spot to. Okay, actually. Let's see. Do I want to do the hands? I make things easier on myself if I do. Okay, so yeah, torque. Let's see, if I'm looking at my hands. Okay. and just similar. Boop. See, is that too big for the hand? Maybe just a hair too big. Let's see if I can shrink it down just a little bit. That should be fine. And then we have June. Oh. Thank you for that. Let's see, the hand would go up there. Don't know how I'm getting a Petco ad, but that's certainly something. You know what? This should go way down here. And also should Torx. Do 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 do. And then we'll have switch back to June's color. Again, I'm just really phoning in the details. It's probably not accurate in the slightest, but at least we have some kind of hand reference. Okay. Now, that should be everything we need. Let's see if... What the fuck? Hang on. Oh my god. Are they seriously back? I thought they said that they... I'm sorry. I'll be back, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I'm very sorry about that. It's my fucking family, and or I say family, it's my mom. I was told that they'd be gone for the majority of the day. Anyway, I'm sorry. Not gonna let it throw off my vibe. Not gonna let it ruin my night. Just because they. Okay, gotta stop thinking about it now. Gotta stop thinking about it. And I'm sorry I haven't kept up with chat. I was kind of focused on drawing or trying to get it ready to get started tonight. I'm sorry. Okay. You know what? I think I deserve a chip break. But I'm sorry I haven't been keeping up with chat. Hi Overlord, hi Spiny. Thank you for playing the sound alert earlier. I just it's been stressful the last couple of days. I'm gonna let myself eat some chips. Okay. And something I realized I did forget to do was draw the ears for June and Torque. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Just going off of the picture from the earlobe. Top of the earlobe would be here. Bottom of it would be down here. Okay. Then Torque. Actually, Torque has pointy ears, right? Let's see. Yeah, like, not like elf pointy long, but like more just kind of. Honestly, I didn't even say that they would have pointy ears. I think it's just more. Yeah, I think that is good. Maybe just a bit more out like that. Yeah, I think so. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, they don't really seem to follow the, well, no. See, bottom of the, bottom of the nose, top of the eyebrows. Yeah, it's not quite, but definitely seems to be a bit off. So, just give myself a bit of room here. If I were to go the ears would be more or less right. Yeah, Honestly, that seems like it fits better. If anything, just drag it back down a bit this way, but not too far, just right. There. Okay, I think I finally have it done, or I have it ready. I can finally move on to the inking. Let me just save so I don't forget. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I haven't really had like the most graceful start to this. Here I am eating like a bag of chips. It probably sounds like super loud and like nasty. And me stressing out about the art and my family and everything like that. I hope everyone's been having a good day. I hope everyone's weekend is off to a good start. Like I did say, my week was pretty jam-packed, and I wouldn't quite say stressful, but it was definitely not a vacation. Let's see. You know, honestly, I think I do need Torx. I need Torx guidance here to help me draw them as cute as possible. Okay. Okay. Oh my, the Ko-fi and the Streamlabs bots are active today. Shavefly, hi. Welcome into the stream. I'm currently trying to start inking this thing. If you didn't know, I'm currently doing a little Pride art thing, or a Pride Month art thing. This is obviously the Dash and Rogue over here is yours truly, and this what's the word? Is tall glass of water applicable, or what's a cute name to say? But anyway, this is Torque. They are a character in the Pathfinder games we usually have on Saturdays, and they are a character, as you can see here by the art by my good friend Fuzzy. They are a trans female half-orc, and currently are in a relationship with my character in the campaign. So yeah, I'm just doing a little Pride Month thing for them, and you know, I just thought it would be nice. I've honestly been wanting to draw some stuff of them two together, and this was just the best excuse I had. Already love it? No, thank you. I hope you are having a good weekend so far. Oh, that's right. I had the I had the thing because I'm trying to draw their face, but it's giving me a bit of trouble. Let's see if I can. Mm. I really should do some exercises that like warms up my arms and hands. Oh, case in point, I just dropped my stylus. Oh god, where'd it go off to? Oh man, it's way against the wall. One second. Well, I'm definitely not as flexible as I used to be. Just squatting down and trying to get a stylus underneath the table was it seemed to give me a lot more trouble than I thought it would. Alright. Let me get readjusted here. Okay. Over chip. How? But how's your weekend or week going so far, Shaveline? I hope it's been good. I think maybe the music is a little bit high and it's kind of hard to hear you. It's good? Okay, yeah, definitely need to lower the music. Honestly, I just need to figure out a better system than, like, having the, like, because the way I'm adjusting my volume is literally adjusting the slider on the YouTube. So it kind of makes it hard for me to hear, but it's probably a lot louder for you guys. But it's okay. After all, this is less for my entertainment and more for your entertainment. A lot of work in school mostly. A lot of work mostly for me. It's been, not gonna lie, it's been a bit stressful, and money is the common denominator of that. But I hope things get better. I'm trying to be positive about that. Hope so too, thank you. Gosh, I'm getting like the top one right, but getting the bottom one wrong. No, I had it. Okay, I'm gonna try and leave it there. God, if only Fuzzy was here, they would be able to help me. Am I eating? I'm eating nachos. Sorry, am I giving you unintentional ASMR? I think what it is, I'm giving them too much. I'm making their cheeks a little too chubby. No, it's okay. Just curious. Yeah, it's just really chips and cheese. Okay, okay. If I just do this. Okay, that's looking good. Okay. There we go. I like that. What do you think? Is that a good line for the face? All right, all right. Just gotta keep the momentum going a bit. Hmm. 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 Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Or I need to do is. No, no, no. There we go. Kind of. And don't be afraid to give your input, everybody. If I won't say no to constructive criticism. Just don't try to be a backseat artist. Okay, I think that looks good. I have to thicken up the neck just a little bit, but I think that's okay because their neck is kind of thick. Not in a bad way, just, I tend to draw my necks like very anime-esque and very, kind of thin. And I know, but I've seen a few of your drawings already and I really like it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I wish I had more practice or more time to practice and, really refine my skills because it's just more kind of me. Shake hips music. Hi, Fuzzy. Speaking of the one in the what would you call them? The parent, Torque's parent. Hi, Fuzzy. I hope you're doing well, hon. I thought you were working today, or is that gonna start next week when you take over the shifts? That starts next week? Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to hop in and hang out with us here. You know, if you want, Fuzzy, you can. Would you want to hop in and just maybe hang out on stream with me? Maybe give me some more like direct input without having to type it out. Up to you. No pressure if you don't want to. Sure. All right. Let's see. We better just do it in a voice call or in the Discord. You know what? I'll just call you because as much as I like doing it in the Discord, in the Discord server, it's just so easy for people to just pop in and kind of, butt in. Give me a second to munch on a burrito. No problem. No problem. I'm gonna go back to working on Torque because they deserve my full attention. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, I think need to make their neck just a bit thicker because I like to draw really thin anime necks. I think this one is fine here, but definitely down here I need to. Do you draw with a mouse or tablet? I have a is it a Wacom, right? Yeah, a Wacom tablet Intuos, whatever you call it. Just your generic one you can get at Best Buy or whatever. That's where I got mine. Okay, I said I was gonna thicken up their neck. Still haven't done that, so. There we go. That looks more like a neck. I have the same. I just bought a new one with a screen. Oh, that's really cool. I've heard about the ones with the screen, but I haven't actually gotten my hands on one. What the? That was weird. It didn't do anything. Yeah, but those do seem cool. I don't know if I would use one of those, but oh, well, I think Fuzzy might be calling me. And where are they gonna pop up? That's the question. Hello. Oh, there you are, way in the corner. Let's see. Oh, I think it's because I had to, like, let's see. I'll put you right next to the Fumo. There you go. How are you, Fuzzy? I'm doing a lot better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, I appreciate it. Also, I just realized something. You might actually not come through on the. Wait. Hold on. Cause yeah, I realize you might be your audio might not be in the VOD. I just realized that because I have the it's just like the generic audio output capture. And so it's not just like tied to the specific, Chrome window I have. So, oh, it's Firefox, I think. But yeah, so we might have you just kind of being popping up and down with no audio coming out in the VOD. Mm. Either way, it's still good to have you have your company as always, Fuzzy. Mm. Shapeline says, I always had problems drawing with the Wacom, so it's a nice change. Oh yeah, I can imagine like having the screen like on the drawing pad would help a bit, because that was definitely the biggest hurdle I had when I first moved from traditional paper to digital, was like being like, okay, my brain is hardwired to look where I am putting the pen. How do I know where to do it? Obviously the little circle thing. I don't know if you can see it on the stream. Can you? But yeah, like obviously it marks where your stylus is, and like you can kind of track that. But jumping from tactile, you know, in like physical to like just kind of like having to readjust to that. That was a big change, but I got used to it, and honestly, it's kind of better in my opinion, because like you're not gonna have like your hand or your instrument of choice in the way. What do you say, Fuzzy? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I want to turn my nose up at one. I just haven't, you know, had that experience. I'm sure it's kind of like the best of both worlds. I guess you could say it's the convenience of digital and like the tactileness of the physically seeing where your pen is. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I actually did not know you were left-handed. Mm-hmm. Huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh no. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, that's actually kind of what I did with. I don't know if I really mentioned it, but I also got a new tablet, um, Shapeline. Because mine, which I think it was just because of how old it was. It was like about 4 or so years old, and for whatever reason, just I guess from like wear and tear, maybe just dropping it once or twice. um, the uh, the top buttons would just randomly, like if I would press down to like to the pen stroke, or just like my hand would lay on it, it would touch or it would, I guess, force, or it wouldn't force down, but it wouldn't like click the button, but like I guess the connectors inside, or like the physical hardware part of it, would register that as a button input. And annoying part is that that was the shift button. So I had to literally just go into the tablet settings and unbind that button to just be nothing instead of shift, because it was just basically being constantly held down the whole time. And frustratingly, it took me like a day or two to figure out that was the problem. And I thought I just got like hacked or something. God, they hacked my stylus, guys. But, mm-hmm. Well, what is the one that's most time sensitive, or maybe the one that's most kind of needs to be get done before the others? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, it's probably is good. Not telling you what to do or don't do, but either way, I'll be here just hanging out with you, Fuzzy. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah, it did. I did tell you when you showed me off. Your art is fantastic. I mean, everyone here can see your art right here. To work with the whole bakery. But just like even these like these little like I just love how much personality you have in your drawings, like just Torque just shredding and like just looking absolutely adorable, and unfortunately I cannot show what the rest of the drawing is on Twitch, but let's just say that there is some uh, spiced pumpkins. Hmm. And you should. Your art is amazing, and you deserve to enjoy it. That's what everybody should enjoy their art. It shouldn't be like a slog, or it shouldn't be like just something like, oh, I have to do this. It's you know obviously when you're work like you're just kind of trudging through commissions where it can get like that a bit, but the reason why I draw, the reason why I stream and do stuff like this in general is just because I like to do it. I people always say like oh, being a not safe work artist is gonna be the easy like way to get like $1 million, just do a bunch of furry commissions, but if it's it's especially all the furries, but if it's not something you are passionate about, it's not really much different than flipping burger patties at McDonald's. It's just an ends to a mean. But I just love to draw, and I love to see it go from like see if I can boop, let's see, boop boop, yeah, gonna turn off the other stuff here, like, and we did talk a bit about this, just how um my technique has I wouldn't say, I wouldn't quite say improved, just me being harsh on myself, but refined over the years. Like I showed you like a drawing like every 2 years, that just had to be the same character, and just going from this to this, and then now to probably should have, but like to that, it's like. Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you, Fuzzy. And thank you too, Shave. I appreciate the kind words. And there's a ambulance in the background. I'm sorry about that. Not much I can do about that. And part of me wonders how much. Part of me wonders how much that is, you know, the just the sound of the ambulance versus just how thin these walls are. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I had like proper insulation. Like five, not 5 feet. Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be about maybe 15 feet. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's something I do want to invest in. Not just like to have anti ambulance sirens, but just to improve like my audio quality too, because like I just have this generic blue. I think it's called a snowball. I just remember the name because it's round. Um, but it's just really just like sitting like right on my desk, and there's not really any noise filter. There's not I did get I did get a boom arm funded on my throne, but it just never showed up. So like I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to write that off as a loss, unless like maybe I jump through hoops to get it like through the support, because it's not through Throne. It would have to be like through their support, and I don't remember what happened. I just could not figure out to get a hold of them. What'd you message me? Oh yeah, I do remember that one. 18 years of the wife. Yeah, God, that is so crazy. This character yours is 18 years old. IRL, yeah. um, yeah, and I think we did mention this. Juna's like 2 years older than her, or like 3 or 4. Yeah, um, yeah, and Torque is like 22, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, they're both consenting adults, but what? Gosh, it just and every time I see that like 2005, that just kills me inside because God, 2005 was 20 years ago. um, mm, mm, yeah, let me see if I can. Yeah, let me do something real quick. So yeah, let's see if that. Mm, no, can't quite crop that one, so I'll have to. Just so everyone watching can see, and like not be, especially the ones that may or not be able to hear you afterwards. um but yeah, here is what Fuzzy's talking about. So like their 2006 Torque, 2007 Torque, 2007 Torque, 2008, 2009, and 2020. That was I remember you talking about that, like you essentially like dusted Torque off from like way back from like the campaign that you had them in previously, right? Mm-hmm. Torque is created by Fuzzy or yours. Torque is created by Fuzzy. That's what we were trying to I guess say shave. All this art you see right here, like, let me just turn this off real quick. All this art you see is by Fuzzy. You can see their, their at Twitter. I just shilling Fuzzy real quick because they are awesome and you should definitely give them a follow. All this art here is by Fuzzy, my current co-host right here, and their character is Torque. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, kind of like again, June and Torque's relationship, like, which I was not expecting in the slightest. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the party really liked her too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Call to adventure. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, and she kind of, I wouldn't say she's just become like the party, like, what would be like the proper word to like articulate it, like the buff, the, like uh, the, not white mage, just like, uh, the buff caster, like the, yeah, and I get your saying too, like I am a little wary of DMPCs. I've told you my horror story, but I never feel like uh, you know it's ever like you're forcing them on us. Like it makes, again, it does make logical sense for Torque to want to accompany us on the adventure. Especially after what happened in the campaign, and while I do kind of worry that Torque has just become like the party support and nothing else. I don't really like feel like they're overstaying the welcome. I guess, is that the right word? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if it ever does, I will be sure to voice my opinion and you know like how. Uh, Sorry guys, I have to go. I'm getting real late here. Have a good night. No problem, Shave. I really appreciate you stopping by, and thank you for coming. Also, go follow Fuzzy. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 That is so in character for her, and I just like it's adorable. Mm-hmm. Oh. Deal with them. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, and I think wasn't that kind of something similar happened in our campaign, or like they asked Torque for, and it's again the funny thing is that that first session is that that Torque showed up is I missed it because I think work just did not. Either way, the to not ramble on, that I missed that first session, and you did kind of bring me up to speed, and like we did kind of like hey, let's just do uh, like a after show, like little convo with them, just like for me to get acquainted with Torque, and then the next session, uh, is when like we were doing our investigation or something, and we asked Torque's input or advice or help, right? I think. Yeah, and that kind of kept them in the loop, so to speak, instead of just exiting stage left. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in a good way, because I mean, mm-hmm. I mean, mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. When everybody's looking at her whole snack market, they don't notice her, doing some shenanigans. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Now I'm just. Yeah, unfortunately. Different symbol than the one that was on Tim's like arm, right? It was like in his arm or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is an odd place. Mm-hmm. 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 That would be a pretty funny way to obviously don't not in like a railroady thing, not accusing you of doing it, but it would just be really funny, just be like how Callie and June had like that whole uh like interaction where Callie approached June and it's like, hey, you know like this funny medallion thing has a symbol and I've seen this symbol working on like repairing Tim. Like having like that again, like Tim like 5 feet away, and they're like kind of whispering, like kind of giving him like the side eye, and he's just like, "Here's his name." He's like, "Huh? What was that?" No, that was. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, kind of like yeah, like don't make the story up for them, like them, like Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Try to. How would you like a ponytail? It's right, basically ponytail. Which obviously Torque's hair is just such a like an untamable beast. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I meant more like the general shape thing. I think when you said like how it's like all tight and like bound up, I think that does kind of give me the kind of answers I need, like where it's like the like actual like you know hairlines, like it's actually showing the, like it's gonna say like the detail. It's generally gonna be more towards where it's like taut, and then uh, I think more like down to like like her not what would you call the like where the temple is, whatever that side of the hair. It's just gonna be more kind of like her usual wavy. Mm-hmm. 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 Speak for itself. Yeah. I guess what I was gonna ask you is like, kind of this area over here. That's kind of, covered up by her forearm. Um, I did kind of guess how it would look. Because Torque has that little kind of, I guess notch right here. That's kind of where her uh, brow and kind of sideburn area kind of cur or like intersect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, mm, yeah, I think the way I had it at first was kind of, yeah. So something kind of like that. Hmm. Again, I do kind of like how, again, kind of the way you call it, like unbridled chaos, or gosh, barely contained chaos. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can kind of get that same kind of feeling, like with this, you know, curl going like up this way, and then this curl is like going more like this way. It's oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not saying like this is the definite look. I'm just like trying to get that style, I guess you could say. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Like a shark. In more ways than one. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. And I hope I did kind of play that, like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. And mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I did worry about that. I didn't want to, like, just be the coach, I guess you could say, or like be, because I was fresh off of my D&D game with the group that I was in, and um, I was really worried about that. Like I would be kind of like the backseat DM with that, uh, and again, like I did kind of like rarely, which was more like extreme cases, like where I was just like I told like one or two uh, like directly to like the player characters, like, hey, like stop goofing off, uh which again wasn't more so the case with them. It was more like them being like very shy, and that part I was a little less hesitant to do, like where I'm like where I would kind of in character like like interact with them and like kind of force them to interact in the sense like like, hey, I'm talking to you, what does your character say, like to kind of gently nudge them instead of yeah, like gently nudge them in that way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I did tell you that kind of was always there. Like, uh, again, it's funny to say that because uh, the very start of the campaign, she like again like the way you kind of called it like more uh, professionalism. I think. Ooh, what happened? I think I hair got in my mouth. Uh, you'd call it professional. I think she was more. I think she herself would call it more pragmatism. Is that the word? Yeah. And uh, where you know that first encounter at the warehouse or dungeon, whatever you want to call it. Uh, again, like I didn't really make it like a like I didn't really call attention to it. I didn't really be like have her be like, oh, you guys are screwing this up, I'm gonna leave, but I did have her like hang around the exits because like if stuff hit the fan, she would bail. Not again any maliciously or being trying to be a jerk to the other players or you, but just be how she was at that point because she is looking out for herself. She is hardened. She is kind of aloof and maybe a little bit bitter, and she wouldn't really stick her neck out for people she had just met. For quite frankly, she literally just met them, and to be fair, they did kind of push her. They did push her really hard. She had to slit someone's throat to keep the whole thing from going, from the alarm from going off, and mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. Oh, what the and and you could say it was Torque's influence. Could say it was just her kind of warming up to the other party members. I want to think I would like to think it'd be a bit of both. So, especially as she learns a bit more of them. Maybe uh, Torque kind of opens up her shell just a little bit, where she kind of peeks through. But but yeah, uh, just slowly throughout the campaign, like she went from be like I'm ready to if things go south, I'm ready to bail at the drop of a hat, and just kind of you know if any of you survive, I'll see you back at the base to get our like half pay from the Pathfinder Society, and uh, then now like where she is, you know, kind of say like more heroic, and I did kind of talk to you about her personal motivations for maybe like some of the more heroic stuff that she may feel is uh, she may not want to call herself a hero, but she at the core of herself is heroic, and she may not want to, but like it's just part of her. you know Generally deep down she is a decent person and would help. And now, uh long tangent aside, like now compared to that, like where she was like sticking to the exits to bail, now she is like you know sticking her neck out for the other members of the party, and uh NPCs too, and like trying to make sure that their well-being and stuff is you know taken care of. And I did mention it. I did make a note of it, like at the camp, and seeing like this you know the sprouting of like a little community and like around the camp, and June kind of looking around and being like huh, like or we kind of are responsible for this, in a way. Like we uh helped out this little community. That was kind of, it went from being just like a bunch of kind of farmers in the middle of nowhere being, harassed by, orcs, and now there's like a small community farm around. There's like going to be a little workshop that, the kobolds that we rescued from the slums, that was, supposed to be like, like a little kind of one and done little encounter fight, ended up being like, like a little social interaction, a little social combat that we ended up, diffusing. And now those kobolds are, or at least the majority of them, are gonna, move out there and like start, working and stuff. It's you know, June does notice that and appreciate that, and while she still has a long way to go to forgiving herself, she definitely is, moving towards that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not everything needs to have like a Lord of the Rings novel around it, but as long as you have those bullet points. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She wasn't wrong. Mm-hmm. Pry. A lot of extra frosting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, I as much as I gush about June's development, and that is something else I did worry about too, because of the fact that I was streaming and I uh, didn't really click that, like, I had the the first couple of VODs kind of set up as, like, how I set up my uh, like streaming stuff, and I had, like, me blown up and everyone else, like, kind of to the side, and when I finally clicked, I just felt so awful about that, and I felt bad. Like I didn't want to make it like seem like I was the main character. That was big thing about me. I did not want to be the main character. I did not want our past friendship and whatnot to. I mean, you're friends with everybody in the game. It's just me being, like, really super self conscious, and uh, uh, it's it. I want everybody to have their moments and shine, and you know have that development, have that thing. I mean, and again, like I said, like, not everybody needs that, or is looking to get that out of that, or that out of the role playing experience. It would be nice though. Like, I'm not saying we all need to have, like, a Vox Machina series, and Amazon series drawn uh, done of us, but I would just like everybody to have their equal time in the spotlight, whether that be, you know, role play, whether that be combat, whether that be, you know, uh, a page long description of extracurricular activities. Uh, it just, I just want everybody to have a good time, and I and I and I still do kind of do those little nudges, uh, like kind of like the other session too with Laria. I just, like, notice that their player character had been, or their player had been quiet for a while, and I just in character went to their character to be like, hey, how are you doing, everything, what are you doing up to, and that did, it brought them kind of out of, like, their kind of, I guess, not quiet, but I'm trying to say, and, like, they had, like, their thing, and then that led to, like, their character noticing something, and they'd be like, hey, do you see that? And, like, my character just turns on, it, like, doesn't see it, like, see what, it it's mm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, we're not to single them out, not to, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Definitely not forcing them to do stuff they're uncomfortable with, and which, for Laria, I do believe is a shame because I do believe they are very good at it. Whether, it's just lack of experience, where they're just not comfortable with it. I hope that eventually they're more comfortable doing those things. Again, I do think that they are are a good character and player and all that stuff. There's only maybe one person in our group that I kind of feel is, uh, kind of, mm, this isn't the word. This is the time for that. But yeah, um, mm-hmm. But to maybe turn the subject back to the art. How do you like this bun or ponytail bloof? How do you like this floof? uh, mm, that's good. Mm-hmm. 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 Lazy Daisy. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of something like that. Mm-hmm. 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 June probably be like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Your hair flowers are turning to like leaves, dead leaves. I forget. Is it a spell or like what's the effect that she's using? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, something that I kind of wish I learned a bit sooner as a DM is that sometimes something doesn't need a oh shelver brains. Oh, hi, shelver brains. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Here, let me turn off the music. Hi, Shell. How are you doing, hun? I hope you had a lovely stream. Hello, everybody. My name is June Julie. I am a tabletop tuber. I am currently joined by a good friend, Fuzzy, over here. And I am currently drawing some Pride Month art. It's gonna be yours truly and Fuzzy's character from the Pathfinder RPG campaign, and uh, yeah. Sorry, I really am not good at these raid message speeches. Maybe I should record a video. But thank you, Shell. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream, hun? Tell me about it. And let me give you a shout out. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope you all are having a lovely start to your weekend. And yes, this is going to be me over here on the left, and on the right is going to be Torque. They are Fuzzy's OC, or not OC, character. Sorry, they are Fuzzy's character from the Pathfinder RPG campaign. And in that campaign, in that game that we stream every Saturday, unfortunately not tomorrow, because the scheduling conflict, but this is stream was good. I played some Overwatch, nice. But yes, this is Torque. If I can, boop boop. This is Fuzzy's art. If anybody wants to give him a follow, that's their ad on Twitter, Fuzzy Fervert. And yeah, as you can see, this is Torque. And obviously, you can see me on screen right now. And yeah, we are doing some, or I'm inking some line art here. This is going to be the two of them, and they're going to be holding some flags. I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. I need to definitely practice my inking and probably maybe speed up that process, but thank you so much for the raid, and thank you, raiders, for stopping by. Maybe turn the music back on. Probably would be a good idea. Oh, yeah. I did probably should mention. Fuzzy is a art is mixed between safe for work and not safe for work. So yeah, if you are not uh, 18 plus, don't go there. No minors allowed. You're excited to see the finished piece? Thank you. I'm excited too. I'm definitely happy with how it's coming out, and it's definitely been coming along really nice. Me and Fuzzy were talking, and it's tasteful pinups, I swear. They're not lying, actually. They're not, for the most part. But yes, I was just... me and Fuzzy were just talking about how my art has just come a long way, and, it's gone from, this little rough sketch to, more refined, then, adding the details, tweaking, like, mesh transforming and stuff like that to tweak it. And now we are inking it. We have Torque's new hair bun, or floof as we have affectionately called it, her floof. But yeah, if it hasn't been immediately noticeable, Torque is a trans femme half orc, and definitely a good bean and a standout character that a lot of the other players love, and June definitely loves her a lot. Yeah, and Again, we stream the Pathfinder game every Saturday, but unfortunately, for anybody that may be interested in catching it tomorrow, we are gonna have to actually skip this week's session, which is the big sad. but hopefully, next Saturday, everything will be hunky dory, and the entire crew can make the game. I know that's been a kind of an issue. We like either have X player or Y character missing, sometimes both, but hopefully things get cleared up. Mm. Yeah, yeah, and as obviously as or not obviously, as I've always said, it's it's never an issue, never, uh, you know, a negative thing. If somebody has to miss because of obligations IRL. At the end of the day, it's just a game we all play for fun. We roll the funny math rocks. Mm-hmm. Now I think this is a good spot to merge all the layers. What do you think, Fuzzy? Mm-hmm. What do you guys think in chat? What do you guys think? Is this good? How's Torque looking? Do they look smexy? Scrumptious? Yeah. Yeah, if yeah, the whole snack market. Guy, I love that one. And as you can see, they're holding the trans flag. That's what inspired this piece actually. You know, this one of them holding the flag, I just thought it would be cute if they held another flag together. All right. So let's pull the trigger on that and merge the layers. And I think we'll try and start inking me. Maybe give it another. Mm-hmm. I'll see how much energy I have left in me because it is getting kind of late. It's like 11 p.m. for me, which means it's gonna be midnight for you, Fuzzy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And don't you have work tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That chin's a little. It's always getting like the ball rolling is the hard part. Uh, it's like getting that first stroke in is like the tough part, but then like afterwards, that's like what you kind of go off of, and bleh. Definitely gotta work on my raid message things because I don't get raided too often. That's why I still have the that Metal Gear Solid meme as the raid alert. Mm. Yeah, I don't think honestly I don't think I'm gonna change it. Unless I like do like a full like rebrand like where it like the whole channel changes and stuff like that. And even then I still might keep it. Mm. Oh, they can hear you on stream right now. It's the VOD that they may be not that you may be muted, just because that's how I. Oh. Ah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The commission, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, that's something I always am impressed by. I mentioned before, like impressed by, and always uh, notice and appreciate about your art is how expressive and how much personality you put into your drawings. Like again, the one I talked about, this pumpkin spice. Oh, I just realized the shirt. I probably shouldn't zoom in on the shirt too much, but oh, thankfully that kind of monster energy uh, censors a bit of it. But yeah, just that um, the pose and the just like the overall vibe of, you know, your characters just really come off in like even in some of your old stuff too. Oh, thank you for the save. Yeah, probably a good idea to save. How how dare you make me save? How dare you care for me? Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I definitely, at least to me, I definitely always got that vibe. You know, there wasn't like a, they weren't like a very masculine female or like a, or a very feminine presenting male. It always kind of hit that like middle of the road kind of thing. And of course that's just me. That's just me. You know, like if I, mhm, yeah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. And as an artist, as a fellow artist, I also know how, like, if you feel like you're like at like more like 55, 45, you're like just like it's killing me. I have to like fix it. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. 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 Torque does activate the neurons. All right. I think I'm getting the. Like, I know it's kind of redundant to like do the lines on top of the sketch, but I just kind of like to just really, I guess you could say, like, solidify like where things are going to be, so then I can draw the uh, clothes and stuff on top. In Yeah, yeah, and like accurate, because it'd be like really awkward, like to have, like, let's say, pardon me, Torque here, like, just take her arm, like, say that they're obscured, but then like their arm is like coming like out here, would be it'd be a bit awkward. You'd be, I mean, obviously not that extreme, but like if it was like, say here, it's kind of obvious, that hey, that's not quite right. So it's kind of like how it's kind of a necessary evil, or necessary cross. It's a cross for artists to bear, to at least make sure that the anatomy looks right, or else you end up like that Captain America cover. Oh my god. No, that would be. Mhm. And chain belts. Mhm. Hmm. Criticism. Hmm. 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 Yeah. E- and honestly, I think I did see like somebody kind of like break down the anatomy more or less like how they do anatomy, and like when you essentially, if you had like an X-ray, it would look quote unquote normal. It's just the shield is just in a really unfortunate like spot slash angle that like it just makes it makes him look like his like Captain America's. Yeah, like his. Honestly, I think it's really the chest. To be honest, like his. I was really tempted to say like Captain America's tits, like are just like really awkward. Yeah, but just the way how the shield cuts into his like chest, like kind of abdomen area, just really exaggerates that a bit. Hmm. Yeah, which is just unfortunate the way it came out. But I'm sure that there would be like another comic to meme for people. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it was a pretty thankless job. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like, a very odd comparison to make, but it kind of reminds me of the whole, like, in, I believe it's actually the first or second episode of The Walking Dead, in like that huge, uh, like that scene where, Rick is riding a horse like through the city, and like he rounds a corner, just like almost runs like head first into like this in like huge swarm of zombies. Like somebody noticed, if you zoom in way way in the back, like probably like at least a block away, there's a zombie like just like takes a swig of water from a water bottle. Yeah, and then like compare something like that, like to the last season of Game of Thrones, where like there's just straight up Starbucks cups on the table that the characters are sitting at. Mm-hmm. Or even like no one saw that, like, or like noticed or cared, that like they used a shot, probably like just a take like where they, like, I don't know how many, like throughout the day they're just like, okay, we're just gonna redo the shot, and like no one even bothers like to put their cups away, and it's like like yeah, there's fucking Starbucks, and I don't even know what the sitting in Game of Thrones is called. They have a Starbucks. Yeah, Westeros Starbucks. They would. Mm-hmm. 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 Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that just reminded me of the God, it just reminds me of the ad, like where it's like George Washington driving, George Washington driving with the cars. God, imagine that in the director's cut. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, that's a good point. Mm. Yeah, it's almost like they have like a whole team of people whose job it is to make sure of that. But it's you can definitely tell when when basically like from the whole top to bottom, like the people that are just like trying to get a paycheck. Case in point the Game of Thrones scene because. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it reminds me of a scene from BoJack Horseman. I don't know if you've seen the show. Have you? Mm. Yeah, like the premise, like he's a washed up celebrity from a family sitcom. Yeah, he talks about that like where like a fan comes up to him. He's like hey, in this episode there was a cup on the table, but then like in the next scene it was on the counter. Is that a representation of how sometimes we lose things? And like he just like makes like like he says that the easiest thing is like to just like kind of like nod head and like agree, just like uh-huh, yeah, and just like mm, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think he bitches about it too. It's like no, obviously it's not. It's just some person left a cup there, or moved the cup, and like, yeah, it's honestly I do for BoJack Horseman's flaws. I I do enjoy it. Like at least the maybe not every episode, but the experience, I guess, in the journey, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Appeal. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, and people, yeah, when people say skip the first half of the first season, it's kind of like it's got a bit of it's got a bit of drags a bit, yeah. But I do admit that like once you kind of get past like that establishing stuff and like who's this Mr. Peanut Butter fellow, and who's Todd, who is spoiler alert, the best character in the damn show. He's just like yeah, He's funny enough. They are asexual. Um, actually, uh, like I think it was kind of one of my first, like kind of like I guess you could say like really, uh, I guess like like I say interactions, but like uh, encounters with, yeah, and I mean it's not good. I don't think it's the best representation, but they do. Yeah, yeah, mm, yeah. I mean, yeah. Overall a good representation, and like, um, I mean, I don't know if you care about spoilers. Do you? It's kind of like late season stuff, but uh, they Todd ends up dating another asexual, and they have like the gag where like the she's asexual, but the rest of their family are like super hyper sexual, kinky, like have like BDSM gear like on the coat rack and like a gallon of lube, um, and uh, the whole gag with the twin sister and everything, and the whole premise is that that tried and true thing, like it's like oh, the family can't know this, but we have to juggle them not knowing we're an asexual couple, so we have to pretend like we're horny teenagers, and or I mean, not teenagers, like mid-20s, maybe like um and uh I kind of don't want to say what happens, but like um so that gallon of lube comes into play, and it's like expensive. Yeah, it's expensive lube, and like it's spilling, and they're like, "Quick, you need to plug it in with your appendage." And he's like, "I can't do that." Or no, the girl's like, "He can't do that," and they're like, "Why not?" Like, obviously, you two were just doing extracurricular activities, and they, uh, okay, I'm kind of like wandering or rambling here, but uh, it ends up with the girl screaming, like, we're not because I'm asexual, and then it just, uh, and then it's just like like they go like the gasp, and then it's like one one honest conversation later, and it's like the family, like reconciling with the daughter, and like like being like accepting of her as an asexual, and like it's a little funny gag. I just thought it was funny, like kind of cute, like the mm, mm, representation. Mm, yeah, and like even BoJack too. He's like when Todd first comes out to him, he's like BoJack, I think I'm asexual, and he's like, what, asexual deviant? Like he's like no, asexual. Like I don't like I'm not sexually attracted to people. He's like, oh, okay, cool. He's like pretty accepting. Like they of course like they have to do the gag to like kind of break the ice, I guess is the way to say it, but uh the I just think it's kind of neat that uh it's aside from like those like that one episode center around it, and like the kind of gag when he comes out as asexual, uh they don't really like like make it Todd's entire character, and they don't like make fun of it. They well, maybe towards like the later seasons, which again like the what I mentioned about like the family thing, episode, they do kind of focus a bit on that, but that's just more because Todd's trying to like explore what being asexual means, and if it's like arrow ace or arrow stuff like that, you know. Which, I mean, it's cool. It's cool, you know. I just, like you said, like it's the building blocks for, you know, just the like representation as a whole, you know, kind of like Sally Mae, uh, which is one I, you know, obviously I bought the poster, I bought the standee. Hopefully that comes in soon. It did say it would take like a few months to like be produced and ship, but oh no, well, my poster came in like really quick. I was surprised. But yeah, the standee I imagine is gonna take a while. The thing that I like about Sally Mae is that excuse me, again, like they don't really make which again, like, score one for Hazbin Hotel, and you know, minus a point for BoJack Horseman is like they don't make cracks, they don't make jokes about it, you know, the whole you know, I mean, well, trans and asexual airways stuff, it's different, you know, comparing apples to oranges, but the what I really do like about Hazbin is that they uh, or it's Hell of Boss, not Hazbin. Hell of Boss is that they really don't bring up the fact that like ever, like the only thing that like, or it really comes up is the merch, and that was like the bikini thing, like you know, like the pinup, like literally pinup pins, and in that one Sally Mae had a bulge because, you know, they're trans, but like in the actual show, it's never like, they always refer to Sally as Millie's sister. They always like her and like she, like it's never, it's not even a question. It is just a fact that they are female, and it's really commendable. And like, you know, maybe that's, you know, BoJack could crawl so Sally Mae could run. I don't know. It's, you know what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh God, yeah. Let's open up that can of worms that is Steven Universe. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, respect to Steven Universe and Rebecca Sugar. Sorry, sorry. Mm-hmm. 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 Or like the roots being white. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, they or like mhm. Yeah, I think they kind of even joke about that too in the short. Like they have her in like that really like glittery dress, and they're like even Millie's like, It's like, yeah, and she was rocking that outfit in that short. Like, my God, I want like, I want to wear that outfit. Um, mm, mm, yeah, mm, yeah, and like we said about like some some people crossing the bridge first or trailblazing, whatever. So walking so this one, like I respect Rebecca Sugar and Steven Universe despite its flaws. That they wanted to have Garnet's wedding, Ruby and Sapphire. Essentially having a same-sex marriage on mainstream television, and the network being like at first just outright saying no, like because the countries that must not be named, and like them not approving that, like that would cut into the bottom line, whatever. Um, and uh, Rebecca and their crew like pushed for it, and the network basically gave them an ultimatum. It was like okay, we can do the wedding, but that's gonna be it. We're gonna not renew your show or cancel it. Whatever works out. And they stuck to their guns. They're like, okay, bet, and like they did, and uh, they had the wedding, and the network, um, in poor taste, I would say, um, did not renew the show, and which they did kind of get around with like doing the whole Steven Universe feature thing. But I respect Rebecca and them sticking it to them, or sticking to their guns, whichever you want to prefer to use, um, and doing it despite despite their show being at risk. And uh, in the end, I like Steven Universe is still remembered, and for the better or worse, I have my own gripes with it, but that's less to do with the characters' relationship or pronouns, and more the fact that they had like seasons not drop for like a full year and then drop them all in like the span of a week, and then it would just kind of really kill the hype for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why they. I think there was like a conspiracy theory that the ratings were kind of on the downtrend, and like it's like the first one or two Steven bombs like boosted the ratings like considerably, and that may have been like the contributing factor, to keep those high numbers up. They would just kind of hold them and then wait for them to build up and then drop them, so like then everybody would clamor to watch them all, so in in that time, so like that would make the numbers look better. But it's I don't know. It's yeah. It kind of sounds a little. Mhm. 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 Yeah. It's yeah. Just a rumor. Yeah. And again, like my biggest problem, again, was just those like waiting 6 months plus for like the episodes to come out, and then like half of them would just be like focusing on like I don't even remember the characters' names. It's just how I forget. Like the pizza restaurant owners' daughters, and like them trying to hit on the cool kid, and it's just like I want to see Steven fighting like in space. Like why are we back here in Beach City when he's in space? Like we should be with Steven in space. It's like yeah, yeah. Well, before it gets any later, because it is uh, just about midnight for me here and 1 a.m. for you. We have been going on for about 3 hours now, and well, it's not quite as far as I'd like to have gone. I still think I did a pretty decent job with this. I do hope that I did kind of try to show kind of again this is it's really strange for me because I'm my gender and sexuality and all that stuff. It's like and also just me as an artist, I want to be accurate and as possible, and not not to disrespect Torque in any way, but I did try to draw their torso just a bit thicker than June's, just because that's and the only reason I did so is more because I saw like even in the you know the art references they are quite thick. They don't have an hourglass figure as much as Torque would look pretty killer with an hourglass figure. I don't think. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I do hope. Yeah, I do hope June's. I did struggle a bit with the face. I think that looks pretty decent for like like I'm still. I still kind of struggle pinning whatever uh, the phrase is, June's features down a bit, mostly because like I don't draw. Ironically enough, I do not draw her nearly enough as I should, and that's more partially due to my living situation and all that. It's neither here nor there, but it's. I do hope that I know it is gonna look good because. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you, Fuzzy. And it's gonna be really interesting to see whether or not people will hear you on the VOD, or if it's just gonna be me talking to myself and just just going on like long pauses, just nodding like mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, you're so right, Fuzzy. You're so based for that. Mm. But it is bedtime for you and for me, so let's go see who is online for us to raid. And thank you anybody that is still watching, to hear just two weirdos ramble about cartoons and uh, yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. It came for art and stayed for. Oh, let's see. There is quite a few people actually. There is Duppa Derp, Nightman, Mama Oko, R2, Daisy Daisy, Serpent Mythos, Natsuki Chan, Aki Bread, Lexi90, Ronin, Goodnight Snake, Vampum Napkin, Skyhearts, Good Jared, Roy Chiato, Demon Queen Vivi, Orange, Duper, Zone Sama, Cabal. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exactly 20. Okay. So let's see who is the lucky person that the dice gods will pick. Oop, I hate shift. 10. Okay. Right in the middle. Good number. 1, 2, 3. Ronan and Yu, they are playing Hunt Showdown. Oh hey, Hanedu is there. I'm surprised they're not streaming. I guess maybe they're just taking a break. But I know they play Hunt with them a couple times. It kind of it's. I don't know if it's like a battle royale or what it is. I definitely look into it. I've heard about Hunt, but it definitely looks cool. It definitely looks cool as heck. It's like a very dark and gritty kind of battle royale. It's got like spooky ghosts and stuff. But yeah, we are gonna go ahead and raid. So let's see. Raid. Ronan U with 2 U's. There we go. All right, everybody. This is where we're gonna hop off for tonight. If here is the raid message, and if you are not subbed, you can go ahead and use this one. Or if you want, you can just use the words, use your emotes, whatever you like. I just appreciate you all that wanted to stick with me late tonight and just kind of watch me doodle and hang out. I definitely am gonna try and get this art thing done. Hopefully before at the end of Pride Month, because that'd be really awkward. But yeah, I really appreciate it all. Thank you so much, and thank you, Fuzzy, for joining me. And thank you for having such a lovely girl and letting me draw her. All right, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. I hopefully am gonna do that Life is Strange thing. And then we're gonna go say hi to Shang Mommy and raid them on their anniversary tomorrow. So have a good one, everybody. Bye bye.